Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Gary with CTY Customs Racing. I'm a middle-of-the-pack B-rated driver, a connoisseur of fine liveries, and a peddler of depraved and ridiculous Gran Turismo content. In today's episode, I'm going to show you how I used AI to predict the winners of round 1 of the 2025 Gran Turismo World Series. Let's get into it. Now at this point, you're probably asking yourself, what's the point of all this? What does it matter? What's in it for me? Will anyone ever know what it's like to be me inside? And will my parents ever love me? But I'll tell you what, would you like to earn up to 2 million in-game credits for doing absolutely nothing? Of course you would. And that's exactly why I made this video. Now I can't make you any promises, but I'm very confident in my technique and I'm excited to show you how I did this. First, let me show you how you go about making your prediction. Now when you open Gran Turismo and you're on the map section, you will notice at the top of the page there are a few banners here talking about the World Series. Now there are a few places you want to go. First is the Winners Campaign. This is where you can make your predictions and win up to 2 million in-game credit. And we have the Viewers Campaign as well. I'll talk about that later in the video. Let's take a look at the Winners Campaign. So this is where you can go in and learn a little bit about each of the contestants. You can see which manufacturer they're representing or which country they're representing. You get a little bit of a bio. They give you some stats. You might get a profile picture. Help you understand a little bit about the contestants. But with my method, you don't need to know anything about any one of these drivers. Now in my heart and in my soul, I'm a degenerate gambler, and typically when I'm asked to pick winners at anything, I resort to making decisions based on the vibe or the general attractiveness of the participants. But today, we are going to be using AI. Now, for those of you concerned that this will be some half-hearted attempt lacking in scientific rigor, you are correct, and you are in the right place. This is the channel for people that don't like to read or understand statistics. That's the brand that I've built, and if there's anything I know about building brands, it's really not that much. And when I say AI, don't get your hopes up thinking this is going to be some complex algorithm or a super prompt that you put into ChatGPT. No, 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 no. Today we're going to use Polyphony Digital's robust AI system. No, not Sophie 2.0, not Sophie 1.0, but the good old-fashioned Forrest Gump AI system. Don't worry. It'll get the job done. Here's how this is going to work. First, there are 2 tournaments taking place. The first tournament is called the Manufacturers Cup. Now this is where drivers select a brand and they race the same car every race of the tournament. So say for example, you could race for Ferrari or Renault. The second tournament is called the Nations Cup, and that's where the fastest drivers from each region compete. And those races could use a variety of cars, anything from a Lamborghini to the Suzuki Cappuccino. That was a fun race, by the way. Now, the actual World Series events will take place over a couple of different races, qualifying sessions, sprint rounds, championship rounds. Today, we're going to keep it simple. We're going to do 1 race for the Manufacturers Cup and 1 race in the Nations Cup. Alright, so this is how I did this. We're going to start with the Manufacturers Cup race. Basically, I just set up the parameters as closely as possible to what I know about the actual race that will take place in the World Series. Then I had ChatGPT randomize the grid to simulate qualifying, and I clicked on Go Race. That's it. Now, I will show you footage from the races, but I'll be honest, there was not a lot of action. How they started was pretty much how they finished, and that is the power of Polyphony Digital's AI. Okay, let's jump into some action here. So 1, 2, 3, Kawakami, Kokuban, Miyazono in the Subaru. Now Kawakami led wire to wire in this one. There was not a lot of action, but some great shots. I mean, this Lexus looks mighty fine in Tokyo. Yeah, look at that. Great shot right there. But after 20 laps in Tokyo, Kawakami bringing it home for Lexus. There you go, folks. The first prediction is in. Kawakami and the Lexus will win round 1 of the Manufacturers Cup. And here we are at the Nations Cup in Grand Valley. Some beautiful shots as well, but the action was not even very close for this one. Paul Uda running away with this one, wire to wire for him. There you go, folks. Our second prediction is in. Paul Uda, the Spaniard, will win round one of the Nations Cup in the Gran Turismo World Series. And there you have it. Let's recap. Kawakami in the Lexus will win round one of the Manufacturers Cup, and the Spaniard Paul Uda will win round one of the Nations Cup at Grand Valley. I'm going to put in my selections. Now we just have to wait for the tournament, which takes place on June 7th. And I wanted to point out, as an added bonus, there are some guaranteed prizes that you can win by simply just watching the event. Let me show you how to do that. You can go to the viewing section here, whether it's YouTube or Twitch, whatever. Watch the broadcast. It's so easy, even I could do it. And I'm really excited to share back the results with everybody. And there will be additional content for each of the World Series rounds as we find out who the fastest Gran Turismo player in the world is. Now, if you found this video entertaining, interesting, enlightening, or terrible even, doesn't matter. You can like it and subscribe to the channel and leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me who you think might win first round of the Gran Turismo World Series. And in all seriousness, I know I have a little bit of fun with this, but I really do appreciate Polyphony Digital and Gran Turismo 7 for making tournaments like this happen. Number one, it gives people that wouldn't ordinarily have an opportunity to race amazing cars around the world. It gives people that opportunity. And number two, it gets people excited about cars and racing. And these are things that I've always loved since I was a kid, and in my way, I get to participate, and I think that's pretty exciting. So thank you for joining in this video. Again, my name is Gary with CTY Customs Racing, and I'll see you in the next